Hello and good morning, if it is indeed morning when you are. I promise I'll stop saying that. Hello. Obviously, you can tell from the clock and the daylight outside that it's not morning at the moment for me. So I saw lots of people at the book swap. Thank you very much for saying all the lovely things that you did, and also thank you for the lovely emails people have been sending in, and also there's been some nice feedback emails about how the work's going and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's been very interesting. Thank you very much for all the positive things and all the things that we might be able to improve a little bit upon. That was good to see and hear, and hopefully do. Right, so it's a bit noisy outside. They're doing, I should have done this earlier, but the book swap happened. They're doing PE in the hall, so the screams are screams of joy, and if you do hear Joe Wicks's voice coming through the door, he's not in the school. He hasn't come here to torment me, make me run around the playground and do all those sorts of things. So yes, today, phonics, we are doing the silent K, the silent G, and the silent W. I was trying to look into to why English has these silent letters, to see if there were kind of any rules as to why. But it turns out that at one point, a few hundred years ago, they weren't silent. People would have actually have said gnome and ganache and knight, but they sort of fell out of favour. And also that there were other silent letters that have disappeared from English, like hua and hu. But anyway, it amused me to find that out. But yes, so with this, there are no rules that you can apply very easily. It's just a case of learning them. So let's have a read of what it says. It says you don't say silent letters. Silent letters are letters you don't say when you're reading a word aloud. These are silent letters. So knitting, you can't hear that K. Wreck, you can't hear that W. And nash, you can't hear that G or that G. G and K are silent if they come before N. Now these words would sound the same without the first letter, gnome and knight. The letter W is silent if it comes before R, as in writing. Of course, there is that joke about the three R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic. But apparently originally in Victorian times, the joke was reading, writing, and wroughting, because people were taught to wrought at school, to make things. So I guess early Victorian DT. So there we go. We've got that. And I think with silent letters, with things like that, it is just a case of trying them both ways. If you're reading in a book, trying them both ways and seeing what feels right, and then hopefully that will translate to writing, so that when you come to your child comes to write a word, you know, oh, that doesn't look right. What's it missing? Oh, maybe it has a silent letter there. So over to the questions. Question 1. Add a silent K, G, or W to these words. So for those, figure out which is which, write them in. And then 2, write each word in the correct box. So each word is going to have to work out which box it needs to be in. And again, I would try, some of them you'll be able to tell without too much effort, but I would try reading them out loud to see if that helps. And then 3, down the bottom, the words in bold have the wrong silent letter. Draw a line to match each sentence to the correct silent letter. So there you go. Hopefully that makes sense, and come back in a little bit with some answers. And hopefully the way I present the answers will be new and improved thanks to some feedback. So look forward to that.